gamers? Welcome back to another Wednesday night stream. It's me, your boy, JTV Live. Totally not forgetting what day it was and almost saying Tuesday. But welcome everybody. We're back with some more Planet Coaster 2. I'm excited for tonight. I don't have anything hugely specific planned for today. I'm kind of just, there's just like a lot of little things that we need to do with these parks, and we got to do them at some point. So I figured, why not tonight? I'm a little sleepy. I had to work a double at work today, so I'm a little sleepy. But first thing I need to do is, this is why, oh shit, no, don't cancel. Okay, this is why I was a little behind on the countdown. I was connecting all of these generators to a path. It doesn't look very nice, but it's not in the guest's view, so I don't really care how nice or not nice it looks. But one of the things I need to do, and this is going to be thrilling. This is, if you guys want to know what it's like playing Planet Coaster, those of you who don't play this game, this is what this game is, all right? This is the core gameplay loop. Ready? And this is what we got to do tonight. This is the core. This is what this game's all about, ladies and gentlemen. Slightly adjust that, drag it, and then we need it to meet up in a natural way. So like that. We do this. And we move it so it merges. Boom. And we have to do that all the way around. It has to happen. I could just use the standard like path railing and that would be a lot quicker, but it's gotta fit the theme, you know? It's gotta fit the theme, and this is what you gotta do. And in the long run, using these fence pieces as the railings is going to look a lot nicer than if we just use the regular path ones. So it is worth the tedium, you know? So we've got to go like this, then move like here. We also need to add music, I think. I don't know what kind of music I'll have in this segment. Or section. Probably like the standard, there's like this one track in the Viking theme that I think would work pretty well for this area. I used it in the Mystic Forest section of our Viking park, if anybody watched that showcase. That was so long ago though. That. Plop it down. Right there, gamer. Hell yeah. I don't worry too much about that. We can leave all of this the same. Not too broken up. Okay, we have the posts on the outside. It's like this. Just drop this right here should be good. And then bring it down. Bring it in. Alright. Move this. I think right here. Be a little closer. We'll see. Get this angle right. Bam. Just like that. That works surprisingly well for me. Just like that. I had a realization today. This is completely unrelated to Planet Coaster 2. I'm just trying to fill dead space, so don't at me. But I was wildly insulted. I need to go through and like clean out my YouTube subscriptions and like figure out who I still like and who I still don't like, because I got a notification today from YouTube saying like, hey, here's a channel you might like based on the other channels you watch. I was like, oh, okay, cool. What is it? And I looked, and they were recommending I subscribe to Hasanabi. And I was like, who did this? Which of the channels am I following led you to believe that this is how I wanted to use my YouTube account? So I need to go through and like just purge a bunch of people. Because I know for a fact I'm still subscribed to like people who have been through terrible dramas, and I just like never bothered to go back. Because I don't check my YouTube subscriptions. There's probably people on there who I subscribed to when I was 13 and like haven't uploaded in 8 years. Let's see. And then the other reason I need to do it too is my coworker asked me about a YouTuber. I won't say who it was, and it will make sense why I won't say who it is. But I had like he was like, oh, what do you think of this person? And I had a realization I knew who they were and like knew I had an opinion on them and like completely forgot what it was. And so I was just like, and I think I was gonna give them confused with another person. So I also just need to like do a YouTube drama refresh. Like, all right, who's bad now? Let's go here. Maybe I'll just go through the Ryan Beard backlogs. Just be like, all right, Ryan. Who am I supposed to not like? Give it to me. Write a fun song about them. That'll be good. Okay, I am running into a problem where it's more into the ground than it was. So I need to make sure there isn't a point where it goes too far underground. Okay. So there is like a slight variation in elevation with this, but it's not anything crazy. And I think it's just because this segment got pulled up to a higher elevation because of the ride. I also need to go to the movies. I'm just gonna keep talking about things that I need to remember to do in my life. I'll make YouTube shorts out of all of these, and then that'll be like a great way for me. I need a this is not what podcasting is button on my soundboard. I could use that. But I need to go to the movies more because I don't think I've been to the movie theater in like a year, and there's been movies like releasing that I've wanted to watch. So like I should probably go do that. Because I was talking to my friend about the newest Conjuring movie, and I like really wanted to see it, and I was gonna go see it on Saturday, and then I just didn't for no reason. And like horror movies are so much more fun to watch in a theater, in my opinion. Okay. So this pillar we can kind of use as a angle reset. I think here. Yeah, that should be good. Oh, nice. I didn't even realize it was nighttime. Well, that means we can turn fixed sun off. So I actually prefer the dynamic lighting a bit. I just think it looks better. Okay, this sharp curve is going to be a little bit tight. But already this looks so much nicer. Like this looks way more complete. Now we just need to add like trees and some foliage and like props and stuff throughout. Maybe some more flags. You know, do like a post here. Put some flags. I don't know. I'm just throwing shit out there. We'll see. We'll figure it out. You go like that. Like this. I would love... I know that this game is, like, pretty difficult to mod, which I really wish wasn't the case, because this is, like... This is a game that would be have such an amazing and vibrant modding community if mods were easier to implement. Maybe this one's different. I just know that was the way with the first one. But I would love a mod, because they have the, like, scenery brush for, like, the plants and stuff. I would love this for, like... I would love, like, a line builder. Like this, but a line builder, if that makes sense. Because I think you can do custom brushes. Let me just... see, because I think I can do, like, normal... Yeah, I could do pretty much, like, every prop. So, like, it would be awesome to just, like, be like, all right, I want a line of this fence. Like the path tool, and just, like, build a line of, like, a wall prop or a line of, like, a fence prop. I think that goes so hard. That would be so difficult to implement, I imagine. But that would make so many parts of this game just go a lot quicker. Also being able to do, like, a line of trees where they're all on, like, the same axis, I think would be easy too. Not easy, it'd be fun. It'd make building easier is what I meant. This actually hasn't taken nearly as long as I thought it would. I thought I was going to be moving fences for, like, the full first hour. Which at this rate we might actually, because it is... No, it's only 7:20. Yeah. It's easy. Easy. And then we'll need to do this exact same thing to the western section, but I'm not worried about that right now. After I place these fences, I think I'm going to start working on buildings and scenery, just kind of filling out some of the gaps we have. Because I don't want to get too invested with the western section until we fill out more of the gaps in this park. Like, I don't want to get ahead of ourselves, if that makes sense. Because usually what I'll do with parks is I'll just, like, mass build a bunch of stuff right out of the gate. I'll essentially build the entire park, and then I'll go in and add, like, the little scenery and the little details. And so with this park, I really want to try and do the details as I'm going along and just see if that way I don't have to, like, go back through it and try to find what's missing and what's wrong and stuff like that. And then also, I'm not super married to the layout of the western section that we have right now. I'm definitely married to the mining mountain. I think that little mountain mining section that we have, I love it. I'm super happy with that, how that came out. But the main town itself, I'm not super married to. So I think I want to start building out on that mountain first and just kind of see where that gets us. Or maybe delete the bridge that we have connecting the western section to this section. And then just, like, completely redo the western section from scratch and not try to connect it. I think that actually might work better. That way we could build the section from, like, the bank in. This little landing I'm pretty happy with. Because of how this is shaped, we can move this bridge to essentially come out wherever we want it to. But I think I want the path to come more diagonally like this. And have buildings here. And then meet up over here. I think. I don't know. I don't know. I'm getting ahead of myself. I have like a vision for how I want the western section to look, but it's like, it's not like a full vision. It's like a, almost like I had a dream where I visited the western section, and I'm trying to remember what it looked like. That's kind of like the picture of the western section I have in my head. That's how developed it is. This is a sharp little corner here. Guess we did need to reconnect before hitting the wall. I'm gonna keep bringing this in. Right. Because I am gonna be putting a building here of some sort. I don't really know what, but... Okay. Hell yeah. This looks so much more complete. Although I think it needs more picnic benches now. Just like... little smatterings. And maybe... this. I have an idea for what I'm gonna put there, don't worry. No, give me the... that here. I haven't done this before, but I saw one of the Frontier devs do it in one of the Planet Coaster 2 trailers, so I think it's a pretty good idea. Just plop in a restaurant kitchen in like a normal little spot like this. And then we can kind of decorate the counter a bit more. Maybe add a sign or something. But I'm gonna replace these guys with drink vendors. Yeah, because we only have one drink vendor over here. Give me drinks, lattes, give me slush. Link tables. Bam. And bam. Firm. And then... I think we'll leave this as is. We definitely need more things bringing people out this way. So, I feel like... I don't know, I might want to put some buildings, like, here. Just to fill out this space. I don't know, though. Something definitely needs to be done. I just don't know what it is about this section. Okay. Moving over here. Yeah, well, this is just kind of like over there for now. I think we can ignore that. One idea I did have that I might play around with offline, just see how it comes about. But I thought about maybe connecting this path here and building the water park over in this area. Like having a pool here and then maybe a pool here with like a bridge. And kind of like bring this mountain more out this way. Try to mimic that. And have this like a Western theme in this pool. I don't know. I might just make it a tropical theme just for fun. But we'll see. So I think that's just an idea I had though. I'm not married to that idea, and I might do that and just end up hating it. But at this point, like, I don't really know where else we can put the water park. Like, I know this is going to be a pirate section over here, so there's definitely room for a water park in this section. But I don't know yet. But coming over here, one thing I definitely need is we need a building here. So let me kind of look around, try to think of a shape we haven't really done yet. I don't like that shape. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna merge those two buildings. We're gonna do like this. What did these start with? Is it the rough brick that we started this out with? Or is it Viking stone? Okay, it's Viking stone. So we'll do Viking stone. That's the base. I thought I used rough brick. Okay, this is rough brick. This is Viking stone. Okay, yeah, I definitely want Viking stone, I think. Alright, go here. Build. And I want this guy. Done. Okay. We're gonna have you. We're gonna do 2 buildings here. Yeah. Then done. Western wood, this guy, but we want the smaller one. Do we use regular plaster or limestone plaster on these buildings? Stucco. Okay, we use neither plaster. Let's go to stucco. Let's grab these guys. Oh, they're excited. Boom, boom. Okay. We can cover up that seam. Or we don't even need to. You're not going to be able to see it from basically anywhere in the park. So, I think that should be fine. Over here. Two-story. We're going to use a little bit of forced perspective here. We're going to make the second floor a little smaller. Or a little shorter, I guess. Boom, boom, boom. Grab you. Up here. Here, here. Hell yeah. And then coming down here. Yeah, this can be 1 story, I think. Fine with that. Grab you. Damn it. Put it here. Over here. Okay, nice. And then... where is it? Ah. There it is. I think we used wood tile, right? The ceiling? Yeah. Not the ceiling, the roof. Keep tile. That's not what we want. like that, like this. The eave. Then nice. And then we want the overhang. This guy. Yep. Yeah, why not? Okay. Over here. Here. Nope. This. Okay. Do these roofs have... Okay, yeah, no, they don't have an overhang on the front. Some of them do, but not all of them. A lot of them do. Okay. That's fine. Keep this the same. The one issue I have with this is it blocks the sight lines of the... not too bad. Coming around this way. Yeah, that is a bit of an issue. Yeah, I don't like how it blocks the sight lines. Okay. This is the thing. It needs to be, like, right here. It can't go over here. It's essentially what it needs to be like. So... kind of do the same thing. Here. Shit. A little bit simpler of a building, but again, it leaves room for that ride to breathe. I think we also need to add some more underbrush. We have a lot of trees. We don't have a lot of underbrush. I'm getting distracted. I need to focus on what I'm actually doing. Stucco. Let's see. Here. Did I make it too tall like a dumbass? No, that frames it pretty well. And plus, having a slight height variation to some of these buildings, I think is good. Okay. I'm gonna do the same thing of having like this midsection cross roof. There we go. No, tile's gonna scroll to the bottom. Okay. Now, since these buildings don't have overhangs, I want this one to have an overhang. Okay. Nice. I'm pretty happy with that, I think. I think this cross section will look better without an overhang, though. Yeah. Okay. Grab this color. Confirm. Got this. Where's those wooden pillars? Here we go. Wooden support beam. That's round. We want square. Want it to align to the surface, and I believe we want it at 150 scale. Or maybe 200 scale to start. I feel like I had it at a different one, though. Did I have it at 175 scale? No, 200 scale. Okay. Shit. Down. We want it to be pretty flush. But not so flush that it disappears when we pull away. Over here. Grab all 8 of these, and we're gonna pull them this way. Easy. Like this. This. Easy. Got all that. Up here. Oh, we didn't do the other overhang. Shoot. This guy. And it doesn't really need to be on this side because, again, no one's ever going to see it, but it's good to have in case I ever want to use this building in another park or somewhere else in this park. Okay. Got all that. Okay. And then pull it this way. Move it right there. Oh, isn't this thrilling, guys? This is what building a theme park's all about, you know? Slightly moving things to get them in the right spot. Oh yeah. Okay. Go like this. Boom. I will just keep this. Okay. Got that done. Give me these guys. 75. Then that there. Sorry, gamer, I gotta move this. You can sit back down now. Go to door. What door? I like this door. Give me this door, please. Thank you for this lovely door. Go to Windows. Let's find a good one. I just kind of wanted to see what that looked like. Yeah, these are all from the sorcery. I still need to go through the sorcery pack. Maybe that's Sorcerer's Keep, Trefoil Tracery. Okay, yeah, we need to go through the sorcery pack sometime. I'll probably do that off stream because I think everybody else has already done like a here's what's included in the sorcery pack video. So I don't see any reason to do one myself. I wish I could change the color of the rocks surrounding this window. That would kind of work there. They need more circular windows, dude. There aren't really a lot outside of like the aquatic ones. Like they need more like, I don't know, like this but a circle. You know what I mean? Is that too much to ask? Or even this but a circle. Nah. That doesn't jive with me. Did someone just say shut the fuck up in the park? Did you guys hear that? That was weird. That was so weird. One of these guests totally just sounded like it said shut the fuck up. That was amazing. Sorry for not doing that, whoever you were. This. Just give me a flower. Give me something flower to put there. Yeah. Okay. Then go in here. And this we can just raise up. Center. Okay. That works for me. Okay, that's in the way. here. One. This. Okay, there we go. This tree being here is kind of very annoying, but we deal. I want these to be 75. 5. Pull it up. E. 5. Here. Nice. I think all of that is good. Oh, we need to copy and paste all this over here. We don't need the side. I hate the hitboxes on these stupid roof pieces. They're so aggravating. Okay. This guy. Is that everything? I think that's everything I need. I just need these. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. That works for me. We just need... Excuse me. I just need a Japanese maple tree. Just grab this one. It needs to be here. Then I need an ash tree. Or elm tree. Sorry, that's what I meant. We're going to put the elm tree, make it tiny. Right there. So you round the corner, boom. That looks great. There we go. Look at that. That's nice and framed. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. We don't need this to be facilities or anything because, like, we've got so many facilities all up and down here. So, With that, this entire walkway is basically done with pretty much everything except like the smaller details. So stuff like underbrush, foliage, other stuff like that. So let's check. This is just crime. It's just crime. Cool. I get a lot of crime notification because I actually do have cameras, not everywhere in this park. I need to add more, but like there's cameras here, cameras here. I have pretty much the whole like front section of the park completely covered by these security cameras. And I think I did a pretty good job of hiding them. Cause like they're obviously there, but they aren't like immediately noticeable when you're just like walking through. Like unless you know that they're there, like they aren't immediately obvious. Like if I'm just looking around, like, oh wow, look at all of these. Look at this. Oh, it's raining now. That's wonderful. Like unless you really know that they're there, I don't think they super pop, which is good. That's what we want. Okay. What next? I guess we could start going through with some foliage. Let's see. Yeah. You know what, let's do that. Let's go through like each little grass patch. So let's start here. What can we do? There's a reeds. What's up, One Shot? Welcome back. How are you doing? These don't fit there. What's this? What's this? What's this? This is Oakwood Point. So this is the kind of like traditional style theme park that I'm building. Clearly we've been working on this for a while. But yeah, right now it's got like 2 complete sections and then the start of a western section that I don't really like over here. So I'm definitely going to need to come through and rearrange these buildings. But I do like this section, so I'll probably start working up here sometime soon. But right now what I need to do is I need to make sure I don't get too ahead of myself. And like, I want it to be like complete as we go along, you know? Like I don't want to go back at the very end and go in and add all the tiny details. So I'm trying to add in all the tiny details as I go. That way I don't have to go back through the park and be like, okay, let's add cameras, let's add lights, let's add whatever. You know what I mean? That's what I usually do, but I wanted to try out this method. I think this will work better for us. Okay, that's all. That's fun. Hardy ice plant. Yeah. That feels about right. A laurel bush? Sure. We love some laurels. You gotta guard them. Gird. No. That's loins. What am I thinking about? There's a saying with laurels. Okay, that's all tropical. Let's see. Rhododendron. I love a good rhododendron. We could put a smaller rhododendron right here. Not quite. I want something lower down. Yeah, like more traditional flower bed, I think. Yeah. That looks good. Going back over here. Do love some sunflowers. Ah, we're going a little too crazy, I think. Yeah, that looks nice. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, what if I did this here? Okay, now what if I grab this? Put this here. Fit. Let's grab this. Make it fit here. Okay. This. Go. Doesn't really read as well straight on as I thought it did. Okay. We can do this though. Yeah, that works out for me. I think we can find some more bushes. Arrowwood. Get rid of that. Okay. That's pretty fine. Can I change? Oh, I wish I could change the color of this. Let's see. I'm trying to make like a grass. Ah. Okay, that makes kind of like a ring. Okay. Get over here. Okay, this is actually working pretty well. Okay. Thanks, dude. Yeah, it's taken a lot of time to do it, but the time that it's taken and how slowly I've been going, I think is definitely paying off so far. Especially like this front entrance here. Like, this alone took me like 4 hours to do because these are all like tiny pieces. Yeah, look at how small these are. Where is it? These. No, it's not it's yeah. Like these are all just tiny little cuboids. These are all like individual pieces. Like there's so many tiny bits in this. These are all individual tiny pieces. So this entrance took 5 ever, but again, I think it was worth it. Which, speaking of the entrance, this entrance and all of the buildings in this park are available on the Frontier Workshop. You can find the link down in the description below, as well as a share code for my workshop profile, and you can download all of these buildings and add them to your own park. Do something fun with it. I spent so many hours on these buildings so that you guys don't have to. So go grab those. Let's get me on the featured creators list. Let's do that. That'd be rad. That'll be the goal. We're gonna get on the featured creators list by the time by the end of the year. That's my goal. I was gonna say by the time this game turns 1, and I'm like, wait, that's like next month. I need a more realistic timeline. As if the timeline I gave was more realistic. Alright, yeah, I'm just adding shit. Can I do rows of these? I guess not. Alright, coming back over here. Oh, this also just needs, like, this shit. We do expand this over here. Okay, I clearly messed up somewhere. Oh, I guess it's just lower elevation over here. Like that. Down to topiary. Give me this guy. Down. Okay. Doing good. This in. Bring it back out. Yeah, we need the smaller section for this. Just like this. Just like this. Okay, we're getting there. Nice. Grabbing this. Move it up. Move it back. I guess we can just move that bench forward. Oh. Uh-oh. Where is he going? Oh shit, he's chasing someone out of the park. Oh, that's pretty fun. I didn't know they did that. I didn't know they physically chase the pickpockets out. That's pretty fun. I like that. Okay. We've got hedges. That, I don't think we need hedges there. Okay, moving down. I'm not seeing any more grass until over here. Okay. We don't need anything crazy over here, but a few smatterings of things, I think. Definitely like some little shrubs. Let's see. No. Over here. Get over here. Yo, what's up, Planet Coaster enthusiast? I was wondering when you'd show up. Welcome, welcome. I do have your park. I have that on the docket for tonight. I didn't look at it off stream, I will say, but I did look at the thumbnail just because I needed to check what it was and also, like, get an idea of how long it would probably take to go through. So I did see the thumbnail, but I haven't actually looked at the park itself yet. So I'll probably finish up these little patches that I'm doing and then head over and do that. I'll probably do that, let's say 8:30. I think that'll be a good time to put on that. I think by 8:30 I should be, like, mostly done with this. Wow, just adding these hardy ice plants, like, legitimately adds a lot to the ground texture. I'm kind of surprised at that. Brand new theme park, Universal Studios UK construction update. UK is coming soon at Bradfordshire, UK. What are your thoughts about it at JTV Live? I mean, I think it's good. Like, honestly, the way I view Universal, just, like, regardless of how good they are or not, like, regardless of how I feel about them, the way I feel about Universal is any competition of Disney is good. The more competition that Disney, that fucking greedy, money-hungry, anti-consumerist shit of a corporation, the more competition that they have in the marketplace, the better. And Universal tapping into the European market, I think, is going to be huge. And also, like, England's such a tiny country that I think it's absolutely rad that there's, like, gonna be several really solid parks. Like, essentially, like, England is like if, I'm trying to think of good park analogs. It's like if Silver Dollar City, Wildwood, Hershey Park, and Universal Studios were all in Virginia, essentially, is what it's like. Probably even smaller. I think it's like the size of, like, Maine, actually. Closest state to size of the UK. Oregon. Yeah, it's like if Oregon. Is it Oregon or Oregon? I can't remember how they like it to be pronounced. They have a specific way they want to pronounce, but it's like Oregon. Like, it's like if I completely forgot yeah. Hershey Park, Thorpe Park, Wildwood, Hershey Park, Silver Dollar City, Wildwood, and Universal Studios were all just in Oregon. I think that's super rad. So good for them. I will save my specific thoughts on it until I see more of, like, I need to look into it and see, like, what lands they're adding, and then I'll be able to give a more, like, thorough opinion. But just as a baseline, any competition for Disney is good. And I think, you know, I honestly think that Disney should still be paying for Euro Disneyland. And so I think I'm glad. I hope Universal really knocks it out of the park. That just adds, like, so much nice color. Over here. Ah! We need a Super Nintendo World for Universal Studios UK. I agree. Even though Nintendo is like a worse company than Disney, and I also want them to completely fail. I think it would be nice for people in the UK to have a Nintendo World. My desire for my English brothers and sisters to have access to a Nintendo World is greater than my hatred for Nintendo as a corporation. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. No need. No need. Okay, that's too much. That was immediately too much. Too much beach cabbage. That sounds like a dirty word. Beach cabbage? I don't know why, but that sounds like something I shouldn't be saying. At least not on camera. Are you streaming on Twitch as well? No, that is a... I'll spare getting into that tonight, but no, I am not streaming on Twitch, nor will I ever be streaming on Twitch unless some serious organizational changes take place at that fucking horrific company. Damn, I sound like such like a deranged anti-capitalist. I promise I'm not some deranged anti-capitalist. It's just that the only companies that have been mentioned so far just happen to be like the ones that I don't like. Yeah, you do. I know. I'm sorry. I'll go purchase a branded tee as my penance to the free market for spreading such heresy against them. All right, that's pretty good. There's no need for reads over here. Also, I don't like the placement of that. So the most important thing is that it looks good from the path. It's really all that matters. This section needs flowers. Maybe a creosote bush. Right here. Another creosote. That in there. Some desert ironwood. I want it a little less saturated though. Yeah. Also, you updated the blueprint, so if the thumbnail looks different, that's why. Nice. No worries. What time is it? 8:19? Yeah, we got 10 more minutes of me placing bushes. Okay. And if you guys out there are, like, interested in me doing more, I guess... park react content or like showcase content or stuff like that, like let me know, because I'm more than willing to. I'm not against it at all. The only reason I haven't really done too much of it is, and I went into this yesterday, but I'll go into it again for the people who weren't here. I mean, the main reason I haven't really done that is because I feel like that niche has kind of already been filled. And then also just audience size. I don't have a large pool of people to draw from, but you guys are like, yo, I made this park, and it would be cool if you looked at it. No guarantees. Never a guarantee here, but I'm open to the concept. Yeah. Give this area some nice texture. That's going to be poking into the restaurant a bit, but maybe not too bad. Yeah, not too bad. I think that's an acceptable amount to be poking into the restaurant. You move. Park trees, forest trees, small plants. Avoid paths, scenery, avoid. Okay. I like these periwinkles are great too. I should have been using these the whole time just to add some variation with the pink. Damn, I should have used the scenery brush first thing and I would have found out about all of this. That looks great. I love a good periwinkle. Hell yeah. So nice. Alright, already. Excuse me. Already this is looking a lot better. Just a lot more lush, a lot more full, and a lot more like an actual place. Also, just to pat myself on the back just a little bit, if I could put on my ego hat, I did an amazing job with some of these sightlines. And the reason I'm bragging about it is because I've been very careful with my sightlines as I've been building this park. This sightline is great. The sightline back here is great, where you see the castle in front of you, but you can't see like any of the other lands. The parking lot coaster, this is a great sightline. I mean, look at that. You got horizons, and you can see the lift hill going up. Where else are some good sightlines? This is a good sightline coming in here. Boom, Excalibur, and it's right there. And then you got the Chervs right there. This sightline coming in here. Boom, great view of the roller coaster, and then you come here. Great. I've done a great job with these sightlines, but anyway, all right. For some reason I look wasted. It's because of the hair, and then I'm also exhausted. I'm very tired. So I probably am giving off like some drunken delirium energy. But we're gonna save. Also, my lighting is not very flattering. That's probably why. It's the shadows on my eyes, because I can't find the remote to my fill light. So the shadows on my face are a lot harsher than they normally are. I would almost... I need to find where it is. Like, I kind of need my filler, especially now that it's getting darker so much earlier. But I have no idea. It's one of those little, like, tiny LED light bulb remotes. So who knows where that thing ended up. But let's see. My parks. All right, we're gonna take a look at a viewer submitted park to kind of close out the night. This was submitted by Planet Coaster Enthusiast. Is this the correct park? I just want to make sure, because I did have some trouble finding it. The Frontier Workshop share codes are so weird. They're so finicky. Like, I've noticed if you copy and paste them, it doesn't work. Like, if you copy and paste a share code, it won't work. If you leave out the dashes, which is how it copies naturally, it doesn't work. Like, so you have to type it out manually, and it's case sensitive, in order for it to actually show up. It was so difficult. But I believe this is the correct part. Mr. Valhalla's Park of the Viking. I'm waiting for confirmation that this is the correct one before I jump in. I'm gonna assume that it is. But I need to double check. I think it is. We're gonna load in. We're going for it. Oh, I probably need to update it. Hold on. That's probably what. All right, ready? I'm going to time this so well. I timed that so well. No spoilers. You could go back and freeze on that frame, and there won't be a spoiler. Okay, workshop. My subscriptions. All right. I guess I didn't have to manually update it, but I wanted to double check. It was a thought I had. Alrighty. Let's have a look-see. It's been a while since I've touched the Viking theme. Viking Park was one of the first parks I did. And hold on, we're gonna just zoom in on this patch of dirt so I can set lighting. Unless you wanted it to be fixed at 2 a.m., but I'm assuming us being able to see usually 11 is a good. Okay, let's do a quick zoom out here. Damn. Okay, I see what you're doing here. I'm getting the vision. Okay, it's always so funny to me seeing like how other people build parks. Like, this is, like, such a different way to start out the theme park than, like, I would have gone. Because, like, I always, like, I always, like, start with the entrance and build, like, incrementally out. So I never do end up doing any of these large plazas like this. But I really dig this. I really dig this thing you have here. Let's see. One thing I would recommend, obviously you don't have to do this. This is just a personal touch that I like. Is I would recommend taking some coaster supports and like attaching these in like ways that would be realistic to like an actual theme park. You know what I mean? I think adding just some supports, just like little thing to just attach those is going to make this feel a lot more cohesive and put together. That's just an idea. Oh no, someone has passed away on Stardust races at Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. That was crazy that happened. And then I got annoyed because everyone was trying to blame, because everyone was fear-mongering about it, because of course they were, which is just annoying. But yeah, no, I saw that. That was that's wild. Yeah, I am very curious what happened. I wonder if it was like, 'cause I didn't look into it, but it seemed like it was a medical emergency, is what it seemed like to me. Like like the person had a heart attack or something. It didn't seem like there was, or they got hit by something falling. Anyway, I dig this, dude. Hold on, let me close this. So I want to go into customize, attach scenery. I want to see like what you actually did with this. This looks rad. If this isn't on the workshop already, this totally should be. Because I 1000% would have put this in my Viking Park back when I was like downloading stuff. But damn. You've got the car. Wow, you've really gone really detailed on this. I'm very excited to see what this is gonna look like when it's like all put together, because based on how you have things laid out, it seems pretty obvious that you have some kind of plan. Uh but this is a cool. Okay, dual chain lifts. I'll go through and do like we'll do a ride through of the rides, but also I really dig this. I really dig what you've done. Oh, I remember this building. This is one of the first buildings I use, because this is a slide. I use this as a slide tower. Dig a good waterfall. All right, I like what you've got. I like the scenery. I'm getting what you're going for. Also, you've done a good job with the terrain stuff too. Anyway, let's check out this roller coaster. So, let's see. Is it named? Let's see. Let's judge. Junior 2. Oh, not named. I'm gonna give you grief just because I never name my fucking roller coasters. It's naming my roller coasters is literally the last thing I do. I like this. That distant music's kind of funny. Wait, hold on. It's supposed to be named. Oh, no! I gave you grief for no reason. Uh-oh. This is the old... If this is the old version, I don't want to get too far into it. Wait. Okay, I'm waiting. I'm waiting patiently for you, Planet Coaster enthusiasts. Last thing I want to do is show off old versions. But I do like what you've got going so far. I need to get better at this kind of stuff. Like the more like scenery set pieces, I guess. Cause stuff like this, because these are all individual pieces. I am not good at like these more like detailed scenery splotches like this, and these bigger builds like this too. These are things that like I need to get better at. My brain is not meant for abstraction, I've learned. Probably just need to update it. I didn't see an update. Here, let's go back to the main menu. Oh, that's a different share code. Okay, we'll grab that. And I know from experience now that we can't type it in, or we can't copy and paste it for some reason. No, where's just the regular workshop? Okay, I guess we'll go here and then go to browse. All right. Boom. M H dash L C Y 492. Bam. There we go. Okay, created September 24th. So now we're gonna go over here and unsubscribe from this version. That way it doesn't confuse you. All right, take two, gamers, take two. Curious what's updated. This is like when they patch the MMO as you're playing it. Put on some rock music. It's very important. Thank you. Now I don't want to do it. Rock music? You're gonna need to elaborate on that, on rock music. This should be named... Yeah, you did. You did add a bunch of stuff. Oh, wow. Yeah, there's a whole other roller coaster over here. Gosh. Okay, let me turn it to daytime. All right. Bam. Yeah. Okay, so you've started expanding out this way. Nice. Okay, so launch family coaster, I'm guessing. Wait, what? What's going on? Oh. What? Oh, I see what you did. I got so thrown off by the train style. Okay, so this is the family launch coaster style, but with the Intamin trains. Okay. I dig that. Also got a train over here. Are you going to be theming this? If so, what are you going to be theming? Message retracted. You didn't have to do that one shot. Now I gotta feel bad. You should be named now. I named a bunch of stuff. Planet Coaster Enthusiast. The first thing I click on isn't named. Kidding. I'm totally kidding. I'm totally kidding. Alright, let's see now. Expedition of Lost Ships. Ooh. Okay, I see what you're doing here. Nice seawall. I didn't get time to name that. I am totally Joshy. I'm totally just making fun of you. Swing to the Underworlds. Nice. Oh, and you also... Okay, I see. Yeah. A lot of theme parks have that, where they have... I'm assuming... I'm assuming you're going to make that go across all of them at some point. Or do each one individually. Ooh. Oh, I like how you themed the power distributor. Why haven't I done this? I genuinely... Hold on, I'm gonna see what you put. Marketplace decorations. Okay. Interesting. I feel like I haven't even seen these props. And we've got... Ooh. That looks pretty cool. You should put this on a timer, dude. Like in, Epic Universe. You should put this on, like, an event sequencer. And have, like, the fire start and move up. That would be really cool. It's so it doesn't take the theming of the rides. Oh! 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 Clever. I see. I know exactly what you're talking about, too. Because I've had the exact same issue. Nice. Alright. Let's check this bit. Let's check this boy out. Got LIM Launch Family Coaster first. I want to ride this one first just because this one looks more interesting to me. I like the boat theme. That's pretty fun. I did something similar. If you go back and look at like the first park showcase I ever did, I made a launch speedboat ride for my tropical island resort. It was a lot of fun. Michael Jackson is the best music artist from 1997. I like these more I call these like I don't know if I call them these or if these are what they're actually called, but I like these like expedition style coasters where kind of like the coaster is more to like get you around to different places than like actually be a coaster, if that makes sense. Like this coaster layout is clearly meant to like show off the scenery that you have going on, which I like. Gotta make sure our guests leave with branches in their hair. It's always important. I like this layout. I would recommend smoothing the banking a bit, but overall, yeah, this is fun. I like coasters like this. A little whoop. And then whoop. And back to the station. And I see I am not the only one. I'm glad I'm not the only one whose coasters end in like this weird S curve because you just give up trying to get it to connect properly. I'm pretty sure every single coaster I've built has this exact same like janky end curve at the end. Scenery scores, that's why I did it. Craig David, Michael Jackson. Okay, Michael Jackson, I don't know. I need to look at who else was making music in 1997 because I'm 90% certain that I disagree with you on Michael Jackson being the best music artist from 1997. I definitely think Kiss is wildly overrated, and I don't know off the top of my head who Craig David is. All right, now let's ride this the proper way. And while this first part goes, I'm going to look up albums released in 1997. Since I've seen this first drop. I love a good splashdown. That's a good use of a splashdown, too. This is definitely the kind of coaster that would have one of those. This is a much better family coaster than the ones I make. I suck at making family coasters. I always try to go way too crazy with it, and it never ends up working out. But this is like a normal, what I expect a family coaster to be like. Nice. Oh, it laps? Perfect. Then I will do this. We'll do a little chase action. And actually, I'll do orbit. Get a good view of, like, the scenery as it goes around. I like this loop. Also, I like how you have it attached to the thing there. This is a crazy long coaster train. Nice. I like you've done a really good job with the destroyed ships. I really like those motifs. I'm not sure how I feel about this. I would make these smaller personally and add more of them. That's just a thought. Nice. And I could see you're theming out the queue as well. Damn, that's gonna take a while. I feel bad. I feel bad. We love good moving fences. 3 laps? Wait, how many laps? Okay, 3. Nice. I like it. I'm a fan. Like I said, I'm excited to see what you do with this part, because this is clearly like an outline, I'm guessing. Because even now, like, these buildings weren't here before, so you're already adding some stuff. I like the theming. Oh, one thing I would recommend that I think will just, like, elevate the coaster, add a timed splash. Like, where is it? It's one of, like one of these. Maybe not quite that dramatic, but like if you put it here and just kind of time it to when it hits the water, or have it turn on when it hits the water, I think that might just add something like that. Might just add a little pop. It's the default link. Gotcha. But I like this. I'm excited. You'll have to send me an update next time you add, like, some major stuff. Because I like what you've got going on here. My only notes, if you want notes, is just like thinking about the smaller details that, like, real parks would have are gonna really elevate a lot of your designs. So, like, I would recommend, and again, you don't have to. This is just my 2 cents. If I was building this park, this is what I would do. Is I would take something like this, gray it out, maybe like this, and just kind of connect all of these to each other. Not super obviously, but like you can kind of get into a right angle and like do something like this. Because then you wouldn't be able to see it from down here. And I think that just is going to make this whole centerpiece feel a lot more realistic. Or it might clutter it up and ruin it. I don't know. It's one of those things where you'd have to do it in order to figure out if it's going to work. But anyway, thank you for sharing, Planet Coaster Enthusiast. I like what you've got going so far. I'm curious to see where you take it. I have to commend you. Your theming of flat rides is really, really good. And I especially like I suck at like these types of things, but I really like what you've got going on here. And I saw one over here. This too. Like this looks really good. I like this is a cool I tip my hat to you, sir. Um but since while you've got to go do more homework, I've just got to straight up go because it's past my bedtime. But I will be back Friday night at 7 p.m. Eastern time with some, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing Friday, but it's gonna be something, and damn it, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be something different from Planet Coaster, but it's gonna be a ride, and it's gonna be rad. It's my specialty. If you want me to ask how to theme anytime, hell yeah, dude. I need to like study other people's specialties because my specialty is definitely roller coasters. I feel like I've got coaster layouts pretty on lock. And theming the flat rides is perhaps one of the things I'm the worst at. So I really like what you got going on. I can tell it's your specialty. I can tell that's where you thrive. But yeah, I'll be back Friday night at 7 p.m. Eastern time with some more stream shenanigans. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Best way to make sure you don't miss any of the videos is, of course, to subscribe. Hit the notification bell. You'll be notified every time I go live and every time I upload a new video. I'm live 4 times a week: Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday at 7 p.m. and I upload a new video every weekend. This upcoming weekend is going to be another GeoGuessr. It's been a while since we've done a GeoGuessr video, so I thought it's high time we bring that back into the rotation. So definitely gonna want to check that out. Those videos are great because you can play along too if you're good at GeoGuessr. And if you're not good at GeoGuessr, hopefully I can help you get better, or at least be a good example of what not to do. Either way. Let me read chat. Anyways, bye, have fun, good night. Good night, Planet Coaster enthusiasts. Thanks for coming. Becky Hill is the best. Oh, One Shot, you're still here. Wait, let me look at music albums. I completely forgot I looked up music albums that came out in 1995. Let me derail the end screen. I fucking disagree. Daft Punk was releasing music in 1997. Michael Jackson was not the best artist of 1997. Daft Punk had Homework out, which is not remotely their best item. Foo Fight, dude, 1997 is when The Color and the Shape came out. I don't know what you want from me, bro. Also, Janet Jackson was making music in 1997. Anyway, you're wrong. I disagree. Michael Jackson was not the best music artist in 1997. But I am the best Twitch streamer who's going to be live Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Trying to segue back into the outro. Make sure you like the streams, like the videos. It helps them do well in the algorithm, helps it get seen by more people, helps the channel grow. And I really appreciate it. I hope to see you guys all on the next stream. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week, wonderful Thursday, and I'll catch you guys all on the next one. Stay sponge, gamers.